Bimalendu Mohapatra to come onto the dais and deliver his address.
Visitors and the officers from the various defense forces and all the industries. Warm wishes to all the ladies and gentlemen. Now I will be covering the basic one of the most prime things which happens in the entire life cycle of the product being supplied to the Indian defense forces, that is Army, Navy, Air Force. In fact, now we are giving coverage to even Ministry of Home Affairs and Coast Guard, other people also, because they don't have this kind of specialization to undertake the product specifications and product testing. So though I'll be flashing some slides, but I would prefer to have this session more interactive, because whenever I go to attend any of these seminars or conferences, people do have genuine issues, and I am here standing on behalf of DGQA to resolve all the issues. And let me be very frank, the people say कि sir मेरे से गलती हो गया था. No, I'll tell you live cases when I almost handle every day. Now also I speak to some of the delegates. The companies worth 20,000 crore, 30,000 crores, having the industrial base almost 30 years plus, and the manpower of 6,000 people and more. They make silly mistakes in signing of the ATP. Once the ATP is signed, to make a small amendment also, it takes a lot of effort and lots of justification. The file has to pass to IFA, to the CFA, who are the topmost hierarchy, almost the vice chiefs of all the three services. So they have to be justified. So it takes a lot, and they, in a hurry, everyone signs the contract. So these are the minor, if this issues or the faults are not with you, it's basically with everyone. So not to get discouraged, but I am here to help you so that the Indian Army gets the best product. We don't compromise on any of the qualities. I do give options for rectification and after modifications during the trial, so that the final products comes out pretty good. So this I'll be covering this presentation very shortly, and thereafter I'll give my personal number to you at email ID. You can note down, and thereafter you are most welcome. My office is probably only 15 minutes away from this particular Maneksha center. So now I will go through the slides. This is the first slide is regarding the overview of testing and evaluation of military products. Now the evaluation process, we follow a lot of GSQR, SQR, PSQR or GSQRs as projected by the various service headquarters or the order placing authorities. Order placing authority, that means BSF, CRPF, ITBP, everyone were giving coverage now. So we need to follow the detailed procedure for the trials, the trials, methodology, everything that remains in the testing and the quality assurance. Basically, majority there are three kind of, I would say, trial. One is called the static trials, where you do this all kind of jolt, bump, rain, dust, all kind of testing in lab conditions. Thereafter, you have something called as the DGQA trials, and finally the user trials by the services, respective services, so that they are satisfied and they integrate your particular product with the entire military operations environment. Therefore, compliance to military requirements and user confidence and acceptance is required. And let me tell you, wherever I go, I always tell the Indian Army soldiers are the best in the world. They are absolutely super confident. If they get the best of the weapon and they know that this equipment or this ammunition or this missile or this kind of UAV is not going to fail them, then let me assure you they can win any war in any condition in any part of the world. So our job, being the government agencies and also the people who are producing these equipments, we have to gain this user confidence, basically soldiers' confidence. So the entire process of DGQA is not to harass anyone or elongate or lengthen any kind of time. It's just to act as a risk mitigation tool before induction. That means it performs optimally as per the desired requirement given by the respective services. There are various DSQRs. They are prepared by Army, Navy, Air Force. The purpose it is given, why these standards are there. Like we might be knowing, but in the short time probably I cannot give you all the details. So anyone can be free to approach me anytime. Relevant specifications and details which are permitted by the various government policies that will be shared with you. Not everything. And as it is nowadays, every tender you have to bid in the GEM portal and CPP portal. In that, the details are already given. The drawings, the designs and specifications are given. So that there are various JS, Joint Services Specification, Joint Services Guidelines. And since our equipment has been a lot of equipments that come from NATO or India and all those things, so these standards are NATO, STANAG. Then we have our own standards, BSI, IS standards, military standards, and specific standards used by other countries like the Coast. So we have a lot of Russian equipments across all the three services. We do control the various technical authorities, various standards agencies. Control not, it will interact other, we support each other. So the contents in the GSQR, if you see the point number 4 is more important, that is the performance requirement, the range, accuracy, reliability, and also ultimately safety requirements. So for that we do carry out various kinds of metal properties test methodologies, and everything cannot be taken to difficult terrains. India, as you know, has got very varied terrains, high altitude, desert to saline climates like coastal climates, and the units keep moving, the equipment keeps moving with them. So it has to basically match and perform in all the environmental conditions. These are again, I have given all the standards. So if anyone requires any specific standards, I will give you, and major things I will give you. The critical parameters obviously I will not be able to give you, because that I will give you only once you get a proper supply. Before that I can just guide you, giving you major characteristics so that you prepare a improvement. And nowadays also we are accepting the details given by the manufacturer himself. As you know, I think the GEM portal, I don't know whether you are aware or not. In the GEM portal also, you can register your product. It's like GEM has now almost become like an Amazon kind of. So you see, that means if you have produce a TV, give your own specific, probably someone will like it and you will take the order. And if the order is placed on you via GEM, then our job is only your final inspection data certificate. Rest will generally will take it from your certificates, only certificate, yes, it conforms to all the specifications given by the defense forces. Now, where most of the issues comes is basically the failure rates which I have seen is that people, they manufacture everything and they don't really cater for EMI, EMC compliances. This is the major area where the failure is coming up for almost all kinds of equipment. I think we have a lecture by the EMIs from the SMO. The officer is it? Yes. Yeah. So probably he will clarify, because I have been interacting, though I have not interacted personally, but my team interacts with them and the industry. So they fail by small things. Like now the activity one, the SDR case is going on. Software design review. It is failing by 2 dB in spurious harmonics or adjacent channel power. The details I will explain by the SMO officer. And this MET is not metallurgy, it is metallurgy. Metallurgy compliances fail, because you see in the defense process most of the things are metallurgy based. Most of them are steel or aluminium or titanium. So and the for the armored ammunition, the penetrators, those are basically metal requirements. And most of the things what they don't do, you take the raw material. Most of the industry what they do is that they take the raw material from not so called reliable sources, and they don't check the details. They fail in the microstructure test, they fail in the compositions. These are the basic things. So I would request you, when you procure any raw material from this, just get into the final GSQR is given. Anywhere, anyone having doubt, please do approach me for the metallurgical details also. I will give it to you specific to your particular equipment or particular weapon. Environmental qualification, again most of the people fail, because these are small things which can be really taken care of during the production stage. And most of them fail, but not able to take the shock of the change of temperature. What we do, we generally keep 2 chambers. The top chamber is generally in plus 60 degree and the below chamber is at minus 40 degree, and we instantly drop that, and in the second one it fails. So these are the small things which can be really taken care of during custom, I'll tell you. And the safety and reliability qualification, the functional treatment trial, most of them small things, you know, you do probably 1 or 2 mm, not even mm. You know, these days the weapons are so precise. The tolerance level goes into microns. So if you don't manufacture components which are supposed to be there on the Picatinny rails or in the internal design of those particular weapon, then it will not fit there. If it doesn't fit, then probably will not have accepted. The equipment might be good, but because of the minor variations in the dimensions, you fail it. And definitely we go for the conditional firing, because you know these are new equipments, new test parameter. So we take our safeties and we do conditional firing only. That means we in a controlled environment we do the firing. So what that I will explain to you that suppose a pistol is manufactured. So once it goes to the environment, before that what we test the pistol and do the firing, all kind of accuracy, consistency, grouping, you know, and mud test or things. So that once we certify it, then the entire lot of suppose 10,000 or 12,000 pistols, they go to the environment. So it has to be perfect. Now we do a lot of ballistic tests because you know if you see the majority of the equipments in the defense forces are related to the kinetics. Kinetics means it is either it is firing or it is taking on the shock of that fire, like a tank prototype. So we do all kind of ballistic tests. That is for muzzle velocity, pressure, and consistency. These are various governing documents. The list is more interesting, but I have given out only few prime and major things which are available. This is for your easy reference, and these are almost open. These are available in the open site, except the point number 10, that is the RHA plate testing. Now coming to the testing and evaluation life cycle, like Man is here from the ADG, RP Design Bureau, and the IDEX observer also there, Mr. Bimalendu has been there. So they have told you everything. So we will start with the design verification, then the prototype evaluation. These are the sequences which you do carry out. Field evaluation trial, user trial, DGQA evaluation. In the DGQA evaluation, what we do static, environment, and dynamic tests. Then there is one more test which is done by the DGQA, is called maintainability evaluation test. That is MET trial. EMI, EMC, as of now, we are dependent on ASMO. There are two EMI, EMC agencies. One is in Bangalore and one is in Faridabad. But we got the details. They are not enabled complete. I don't know if anyone is here. Then if I request them to at least go in for the enable acquisition of those labs, so that the load is shared. Otherwise, ASMO is heavily loaded as of now. Secrecy testing we do, various codes and other things. This is separate test, not to be discussed here. Then we do simulation based test, and with the simulation based test is the latest things which are the digital twins, remote QA, and 3D printing. All those things we do it. Then there is a staff evaluation, and finally the acceptance and induction. One more thing which I have not written knowingly is that even when the equipment is in service, generally the warranty which you give is for 10 years, 15 years, these are things. So the another criteria which comes is the defect investigation and something called the root cause analysis of the failure, and the CAPA, that is the corrective action and the preventive action to be followed by the industry. So those drills I have not given because those are probably only when the defect comes in. Now in the DGQA evaluation, measurable parameters such as accuracy, consistent fragments are done by means of environment testing, and this I have included. So I am not repeating, not spending more time in this. In the user evaluation, as you know, it goes to all kind of terrains, and there it gets for the range, compatibility, transportability, mobility, all those things. Now the type of defense testing, these are the laboratory testings, environment testing, and reliability testing which are there. all kind of electrical, functional, ballistics, mechanical, metallurgical, high altitude, low altitude test, dust, rain, humidity, vibration, shock, reliability. And then we also do carry out the MTPF, mean time videos, failure, and also MTTR. MTTR I have knowingly not written because they will come only when your equipment fails. Then the durability. Now these are things which I have actually already covered, and what I told come to the documentation. Nowadays we are accepting a lot of documents which are supposed to be given by the industry themselves, but they really give us incomplete test reports and missing certifications, which creates a bottleneck in the final passing of the product. Then they are supposed to train the Indian Defence Force, Indian Army. So the rifle is there, pistol is there, if a manufacturer is there, then it's supposed to train. They don't have a team to train them. That is where I have seen this. And then the further planning of the logistics. The scales which are laid down by the Indian Army or Navy or Air Force, there's a lot of delay in supplying what is called as the maintenance and serviceability stores, which are going to support the final product. And suppose if the last I read inadequate field support. Field support means the weapon or the equipment is in high altitude area. Very difficult for the team to move. It takes almost 3 to 4 months on an average. For the first team to move, they go and make analysis, and they go without. It is like the MES wala jo aata hai. He comes with a complaint. He will complain कि मेरा switch खराब है. First he will come empty-handed. He will not bring everything. Then switch check करेगा. Then he will go missing for 3 days. Then he will again come. Sir दोबारा complain करो. फिर आएगा तो उल्टा switch लेके आएगा. All those things. So these kind of things are happening. These are practically happening on ground, which there is not so good reputation of the Indian Army or the Navy Air Force for the defense industries. These are the industry concerns which I have summarized, but we are really working on it. There are non-available or unified defense testing facilities. Now we are creating a big facility which is called NITF, National Integrated Test Facility, covering an area of 100 km by 20 km stretch of a particular area. And it will have all kind of simulation, all kind of testing. It will have massive infrastructure, including a proper runway for landing of aircraft. It will simulate all kind of terrain, pressure, altitude, everything. The industry generally have a dependence on the foreign agency for the equipment. But let me tell you now, the people, because I have been interacting with a lot of IITs and the academia, our boys now, the young girls and boys are really they are talented. You give them anything, you give them a problem statement, they will come up with the solution. So I think we must slowly avoid to be dependent on this foreign agency. Like last time, I think yesterday also one officer sir was telling that they got for the missile, the live missile. Every time the POT comes, it is of the body. And knowingly when they give the POT, they take a lot of money to the tune of 100 to 200 crores. And thereafter they the designs and drawings, knowingly they give so many missing drawings are there in that. So we don't have to depend. As now the technology available, we just have a spectrometer in your factory. It will give us the entire 3D layout, the CAD, and we can design. It will show the performance also. Everything is there. So I think we should avoid depending on the foreign agency. The range facility also have increased. We have increased. The limited infrastructure and long range vectors that also have been designed. I'll show you. As you know, now the term is Armaments Bharat of the indigenization. So we must all align to those things. So I'm showing you a short of time. I'm running slightly in a hurried manner. These are the indigenizations. I think the indigenization officer is also here. You can interact with him. This is the defense ecosystem system. Now we are incorporating everyone, in fact, government, state laboratories, national test offices, private industry, DRDO, and army ranges also. So everyone is now integrated. DGQA is basically nodal is for land system and DDP, but we do help them for the even air and navy also. Our defense facilities are almost spread all over India. So now what is you can really move on to, if you put your own company pin code, it will show where is the nearest area where you can go. This is the different testing total which are not fully functional, but still it is working in a very good manner. You will get all the details there. It's called DTP. Basically, you are all service users. We have done a lot of upgradation. We are almost testing all kind of equipment from a small mini flare to, you can say, space equipment also. We have upgraded to test all kind of high calibers. And now recently we have tested, guided rockets up to the range of 300 kilometers, and they perform pretty well. The circular error probability which we have achieved is only about 2 meters, which is pretty high, pretty excellent, I would say, in the range of 300 kilometers. These are the various, state of the art things we are developing. Almost everything is digitized, everything is automatic. So there is no benefit of doubt. Otherwise, the complaint was coming कि सर वो डिस्प्ले का अपने स्टाफ ने मेरे को जानबूझ के फेल कर दिया. So those situations we are trying to avoid. This you have already, I think, seen defense export promotion. This has already been covered. IDEX, EPI. We have given some people third-party inspections. I request everyone, if anyone is interested, if you have domain knowledge and technology, you can apply as for the third-party inspection. Normally, we will be inspecting on behalf of the defense forces also. These are various MOD schemes. Now, the green horizon adoption of industry 4.0, 3.4.0, as you know, everyone might be knowing. Now, the new trend is that it is 5.0, not 4.0. So, I will request everyone to slowly enhance your capability for adopting industry 5.0. There are a lot of initiatives taken by the MODs. These are the various best practices which I will explain to you in detail once you interact one-to-one with me. So I have finished my slideshow. And
so despite we running behind the schedule, we will still take 2 questions, one from this side, one from the other side. Anyone from this side? Monica, you have purely right in case you want to. Anyone else? Please go ahead. You would like to share your contact number, email ID.
Yeah, yes.
That is general query.
Yes, sir. I'll say it.
Yes, sir.
Sir, if someone can type it, I'll tell this so that everyone can note it down. And
okay, don't worry. Once you revert back after lunch, you will find his name, mobile number, and this thing on the screen.
And so some questions had come, and sir had forwarded me. I have given the answers to you. You can collect the answers from me.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, please go.
As a great presentation, thank you. I've been waiting for this presentation since yesterday. And Vipul Baga, we are an NABL approved lab for metal solid water testing.
Good, very good.
So it's great to see that you guys are allowing private players to enter the industry. But I'm yet to get a solid answer from anyone. If I do the testing, the certificate will be accepted or not. From what I understand, we have great engineers developing prototypes, but the bottleneck becomes testing at some point. And DRDO is also helping with the testing process, but they're completely overwhelmed. I also talked to people in DRDO. They're saying that yes, we need testing, we need people who help us. The research engineers are saying we need people who help us. But when I go to them and say these are the testing we can do, nobody comes forward and says कि हाँ teacher will get the testing.
I think आपने मेरे पास नहीं आया.
Yes,
testing, the charges are pretty good. Government rate charges for testing are pretty good.
So is this what you showed? Is this planned to happen or is it happening?
It's happening. It's happening already happening. I'll give you the
further deliberations during lunch break.
Yes, sir.
And
in person there that side.
Sir,
yeah, I can hear you.
Sir, I am Commander Gaurav Sharma, retired. I am a professor of practice at IIT, sir. Specifically deal with EMI-UC. Sir, I would just request clarification on the EMI-UC standards for drones, because for different utilities, say logistic drone or LN based payload drone, the EMIMC standards have to be different. So has anything been defined? Is
Yeah,
it in
it's
process?
defined. It's defined now. We have different standards. EMI, ANC standard for the agricultural drone, for the rescue drone, for the firefighting drone. In fact, I went for a lecture about 20 days back to IIT Delhi. I think you are not there probably. So I took a detailed lecture on the drone and the EMC specifications. So like this, I show you a complete, tabulated format. So those things are available. You can go there. I am pestering those two industries to do their industry. In fact, today I have spoken to one FEM technology in Hyderabad. I don't know whether it's come or not. When I visited them, I found a beautiful EMI EMC room, as big as where a 3-ton or even a Tata ILS can enter. But literally, they have not done anything. And I'm telling you, like, I'll answer your query, answer also. Because NL accredited, if your testing methodology falls under that scope, it will be accepted by anyone. If no one is accepted, please come back. I will countersign that same test report so that it will be approved under my signature. I will give you the complete. Different EMI MC standards are there for different kind of tools. I think as of now, we in the nation, I would say, not defense, we are using almost 32 varieties of tools as of now, including firefighting rescue. Because of these Delhi fire surgery, now I got a right for speaking Delhi fire because I there for 10 days back, I demonstrated a drone. I was basically coordinating agency. It reached up to 42nd floor, and taking the water inlet from the tanker which is placed below. And the jet and everything was there. Artificial fire was created. It doused the fire because, as you know, in Delhi, no fire engine can reach beyond 12th floor. So anyone staying beyond 12th floor, you can contact me.
You can buy a drone.
No, I will do support.
Thank you, we shall stop at that because of time constraint.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity to give this lecture, sir. Thank you, sir.